Hello, hi. This is a bit of an impromptu live stream on a Saturday evening for me, afternoon for whoever's showing up. Um, I just really wanted to be a little bit more productive than I have been so far on this Saturday. And I finally got a little bit of an idea for filming part two of my videos on Notion world building, Bibles and story Bibles. So I just thought I was going to force myself to be productive by streaming. And also, I generally thought I don't see anyone who's streaming right now, and I hope I'm not wrong. I hope that I didn't forget anyone who was streaming. If I did, and I've just decided to stream at the same time to be productive, then I'll feel a bit like an idiot. But all good, all good. I can see there are some people. I wasn't sure whether to expect anyone, if I'm honest, because it's just like I said, impromptu, last minute decision. But there's a little message from Anna saying, "Hi, I have to miss the first 30 minutes." That's okay. If you're coming after the first 30 minutes, I'm still very happy to have people at all. Hello, Minook. How's it going? Hi, Laura. I have just lined up one of your timers for this. I was feeling very autumnal today. I went on a dog walk this morning and all the leaves were so colorful everywhere, but it was still really sunny and warm parts of the day. So it felt like the perfect start of autumn. Oh no, tragic news. I burned the cookies. I was reading outside, so I couldn't hear the timer. Oh my God, I'm so sorry to hear that. Oh, I mean, that makes me feel sad for you. I hope that you can bake another batch if you want to, or another time, I guess. That's sad news. I get it. Hi, Marta. How's it going? I've had the least productive Saturday all month so far, so I'm happy for the impromptu stream pushing my ass into gear. I'll be honest, Marta, I know this is late for you, and if you're like, I can't stay long because I'm gonna have to go to bed, because I know that you go to bed at around like 9 or something. That's fair. I get it. I'm a late evening girly, and I know that like we eat our meals at like 2 or 3 hours separation time, which makes me laugh so much every time. I'm like, oh my God, I eat quite late and you eat quite early. So yeah, I'm really happy that you're there, to be honest, because a lot of the time when I've been doing these 8 p.m. ones UK time, you and the other Europeans actually tend to go away after an hour or so and go like, I'm tired now, it's late. So yeah, fair. Um, it was the last of the homemade dough. We ground the wheat ourselves. Oh my God, Laura, I'm so sorry. That makes me feel really sad for you. I'm so sorry. Well, I hope that, having a stream will absolutely not help and do nothing to do so. I'm so sorry. But, maybe there's some sort of productivity that will make you feel better, or even just reading a book, doing something for yourself to feel better about this. I had a 3-hour nap. Oh my God, these are hard to deal with. So I don't think sleep is happening anytime soon. Oh no. Fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah, that is indeed sad news. I get that. So yeah, I think as I've put as my little like tagline, I'm gonna try to film a video today. I don't know whether you guys have seen my part one on filming Notion world building Bible. I don't even know what I've called this video. I keep struggling to remember the name. Basically, how to build, world building Bible / story Bible on Notion. And the first part was very running through every single thing for extra beginners. So if anyone's never used Notion, they would be able to still follow and do whatever I was doing in the video. And the first part was sort of more setting things up and just putting together how to start your mini section where you would have all the different story Bibles if you want to have multiple ones, and then how to set up one and how to set up a world building one, how to create a little, a gallery wall. That's how I like to do it. So anyway, it was a very much beginner friendly and starting friendly. And I think in this one, I'm going to go through some examples and do some myself that I'm currently building for Project Snowstorm. And I'm also going to fake some examples, or like take some from other projects, because I want to talk through timelines and character sheets, which I don't use for every single project, but I have used on some projects. So I'm thinking it might be good just to do a little repeat of those. Anyway, I think that's the plan. So I've got a vague plan. I've got a vague bullet point list of things I want to talk through in this video. And I think I need to start filming it before it's out of my mind. So that's what I wanted to do today. And my husband's out and my dog is asleep on the couch downstairs. So I feel like this is a good time as any to be productive in that department. I appreciate this comment, Minuk. I'm old and it's already 9 p.m. here. Exactly. That's the thing is I feel like it's always I mean, I personally go to sleep quite late and I know that I'm a night owl. Um, and sometimes I'll go to bed a bit earlier because I know I'm just gonna chill in bed for like an hour or so. So I understand. I get it. The book was so good it made me forget about cookies. I guess that's consolation. That is good. That is good. Now I have a snuggled Roy in my lap. Oh, very nice. Well, gather your pets, your blankets, your candles, drinks. I'm currently drinking a little tonic, and yeah, I feel like the perfect let me present the perfect timer for this is how I've been feeling today. So it is this one, and I have set it up on 35 minutes because I feel like that's the amount of time I kind of want. So I know it's a 45-minute timer. It's another one of Flora's, and it's the Cozy Autumn Reading Timer, which I feel like is exactly what I feel like right now. Oh, hi, Steve. How's it going? I was just saying how usually the Europeans come for like an hour or an hour and a half and then go like, I'm tired now, goodbye, Malin, because it's late. Felt bad about not getting my writing down today, but here you are. Exactly. I am giving everyone one last chance to get their words in, they're reading it, whatever productivity you wanted to do. I'm going to probably be there for a couple of hours. So I'll probably finish at 10 p.m. my time, 11 p.m. your time, 5 p.m. ish, EST, I think. So I'm trying to calculate it all. So I think that's for how long I'll be going. All right. So without further ado, let's get us started on 35 minutes. Hello. Stop sharing. There we go. Sorry, I know that I don't know if anyone was looking up while the music started to say the end of the sprint was upon us, but I was under my desk because I was just putting the battery of my camera to charge, which is by the plug down there. So yes, Steve, come on. It was 35 minutes long. Yeah, how did you guys do? Did you do anything productive? Did you chill? Did you start up? Yes, open your project, opened anything you might want to work on, etc., etc. I personally managed to film quite a lot. I essentially filmed the introduction, and then I filmed a bit of me going through some more of the world building sections in Project Snowstorm, and then going into the examples, some examples I've got for Space Princess Project, because that's where I have the most world building done in Notion at the moment. So I'm just going through some examples. So I feel like in the next sprint, if my battery's charged enough, I can focus a little bit more on talking through character sheets and timelines, which are two elements I wanted to cover as well. And hopefully, I think they'll be done within the next sprint, and then I can focus on something else. So yeah, I feel like we've got way more people than I expected to see at this time, at a random last minute Saturday evening for me. Where did I last? What was the last comment? Ah, yes. It was Marta mocking me for trying to do math. It's true. I'm pretty shit at it, to be honest. So that's absolutely fair. Hi, Andy. How's it going? Hello. And Keiko arrived. Hi, hi, hi. So many people, so many friends. Hi, Caitlin. How's it going? I feel like I haven't seen you in ages. And literally what Marta said. I hadn't seen that. It's been so long. How have you been? It's been good, apparently. And more hellos to Caitlin from Anna. And we had I can't click on it. There we go. We had a Katie join us. Hi, how's it going? And then Stig said, oh, dang, just as I opened my document to write the sprint was over. Oh, no. So that made me laugh. That is fair enough. Made and ate supper. I feel like you normally eat earlier than that for some reason. Or like, is it just when I'm streaming with you on your channel? Because it's quite early. It's like 6. Have you eaten before? Like, I just don't know. I'm so confused. Or are you talking supper, like an actual, after dinner type of meal, essentially? Because I feel like culturally you guys have different ways of different timings for eating and different types of meals, instead of just the 3: breakfast, lunch, dinner. Maybe supper is a later snack type of vibe. Anyway, finished the video I was watching about becoming financially responsible. Amazing. Please send. I probably need that. So it wasn't nothing, but it also wasn't writing. That's fair. It was productive in its own way. I went through my revisions tracker and tried to figure out what I'm doing for this next section, and then got started with the next chapter. Amazing. Nice. Keiko says, I've been trying to write all week because now I still have a lot of free time. Like now work, because I have so much overtime in my student job. Okay, fair enough. But hopefully you managed to use some of that time for writing then. Caitlin says, I started planning out the next 2 weeks in my bujo. Nice. Are you taking pictures, filming, anything to do with the bujo that you could put on the crafting channel or anything? I'm always really curious because I can't keep a bullet journal for the life of me. I have tried and it just does not work for me. Minuk says, I did some reading for the sprint. Nice. And we'll draft some more in the next. Excellent. Katie says, I opened my Canva. Nice. And just started to put my to-do list together. Amazing. As in, like, using Canva in a note-taking type of way, in an organization type of way, because I'm really interested in knowing how you do that then. And I could see in the Discord, a lot of people were talking about Canva prices going up. I don't have the premium membership, but I've heard that it was like almost double or something. So unless that was StreamYard, I can't remember. Marta says, Steve, I'm glad I'm not the only one that keeps getting YouTube recommendations about being financially responsible. Fair enough. Giga says also, I'm angry. I was waiting for a package to arrive. The live tracking thingy said only 10 stops before I get mine. Then suddenly when refreshed, it simply said that I can get it on Monday because it couldn't be delivered. Oh, sorry. Fair. I have that all the time. It really annoys me. And I'm like, I literally work from home like most of the time. So half of the time when they're like, oh, we couldn't deliver, I'm like, I'm right here. Like, I'm right here. You could have delivered. And the other day, Jamie was coming back from grocery shopping or something. I don't know. He doesn't work on Wednesdays. So he was out on Wednesday and came back. And as he was coming back, this UPS guy was putting in the mailbox a little slip note that says, sorry, we missed you. It couldn't be delivered or whatever because you weren't home. It was like, oh, hey, like, are you delivering for this house? It was like, oh, yeah, sorry. And so he gave him the package. And I was like, I was sat at home. No one rang the bell. No one like knocked on the door, nothing. It was just a complete lie. It's just like, why not even like just freaking knock? I'm right here. It's so annoying. It's so frustrating that they do that. Especially since like we're in a quiet-ish neighborhood, we're in a close, so a lot of the time people don't check if someone's there. They just put the package in like on the side behind like the bins or something, and then they knock or they ring and they literally just leave. Like that's what all the Amazon drivers do. So he could just have done that and just left the package there. Anyway, I was really annoyed. Steve says supper in the evening meal, but my dinner is at 4 p.m. Okay, so that's what I mean. It's a different cultural meal setting, no? Because 4 p.m. that would be tea time in England. That would be snack time in Belgium, but it's not a big meal time. So that's what I'm confused by. Anyway, Keiko says the guy apparently just scanned a bunch of packages off has no one there because the car didn't even drive into our apartment complex parking lot. And yes, I'm very sure because it's DHL. They're so bad and they're yellow. Yeah, they're really, really bad. I've had loads of issues with them. Steve says, which just means yogurt and muesli for me. Okay, nice. It's like a dessert, really. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, tea, and supper. Okay, fair. Dinner is the big warm meal. Breakfast, lunch, and supper are lighter cold meals like sandwiches or cereals. That's a bit more like us in Belgium and France, but in the UK, they like to have warm meals for every meal. And I feel like in France, we like to have a sandwich for lunch. But anyway, Katie says, no, I use Notion for to-do lists or just my phone notes, but I opened it to do something. And then I was like, oh, I should probably plan my life before I get distracted making mood boards, TikToks. I don't know. I feel like that's part of the productivity. Whenever you're doing mood boards and posting them on Instagram or making TikToks, you're being productive. But I guess it is fair to say you have to first plan your life. Caitlin says, I'm moving across states in 2 weeks. Oh my God. And taking my time on the drive and stopping in some pretty cool places. Yes, there will be a video. Amazing. I hope to see that. Oh my God. That sounds cool. Exciting. Are you moving for work? Are you moving for other reasons? And are you okay? Are you stressed? Like, I feel like for some people, it's an exciting time to move. And for some others, it's a very stressful time to move. So hopefully everything goes smoothly. Yes, delivery people in general, I don't like anymore. That's not true. I have some that I like. My suspicion is because our ring system is awful, and when you're the mail person and that's your work area, then you just know that and don't want to deal with it. Oh, okay. Weird. Yeah, a new kitchen video. Can't wait to see. Could not do warm lunch or breakfast. It's too much. I could do warm supper at gunpoint. I like that you've got the tremor on the you. Like soup or broth. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, in winter, I like a bit of soup for lunch. I don't know if those topics are partially interesting for you guys, if you're here to talk about writing, reading, or anything productive, but I find it fascinating. So anyway, let's get on to a second sprint, if everyone is okay with that. I have not prepared another timer, so I just need to go and get one. And where's my playlist? Where's my timers playlist? Okay, I think since we've done a Laura one, maybe we'll do a Jess one. And I feel like that's a fairly new one. Storybook timer? Or I just don't think I had it before, but I think it's quite cute. Okay. We'll do another 35 minutes, if that's okay with everyone. I just need to share it. Katie says, no warm breakfast. No eggs, no French toast. Nope, just no. Caitlin says, excited, but there's still so much to do. Yeah, fair enough. It's a lot to move. And it depends how much stuff you've accumulated, but I always tend to accumulate quite a lot. And then you realize it when you start packing. I feel like that's when you see everything you own. You're like, oh my God. For some reason, StreamYard is like being really difficult with me clicking on comments, and it takes like 4 or 5 tries before it works. So sorry if I'm a bit slow at reading comments. Steek says, well, I do coffee for breakfast usually. No time I want to eat in the morning. My first meal is usually lunch at 11:30. Yeah, I do just coffee for breakfast as well, to be fair. So I get that. But that's a choice. It's not that common. Like, I feel like most people do have breakfast in both my origin country and where I live in the UK. And if I go to the office because I have to wake up a lot earlier, I do then have like a croissant for breakfast or something because I've been up for a lot longer and so I'm hungrier. System is bad. You have to push the button until you reach the apartment number you want to ring at. If you push too fast, the entire system locks itself up and we have to call management. Oh, annoying. Yeah, that's pretty bad. Oh no, this means I'll have to plan. Yes, you have to plan your life now. If you're too slow, you randomly ring at someone else's door. Okay, that sounds like a really annoying system, to be fair. 35 is good. Let's hope I can get some writing done. Yes, get some words in. Yes, remember to hydrate, please, everyone. I was on something. Malin, your French side is showing. Yeah, I mean, it's just also the easiest thing. I don't want to have to like it's not a permanent office, it's a co-working space. So I'm not going to have like a box of cereal there because you can't really keep food there because we're sharing it with another company. We're like sub-renting it from them. So essentially, we don't have like, they have drawers and everything. We have nowhere to keep our stuff. So I don't want to like have like a box of cereals or something like that to just stay on the desk that someone else is going to use the rest of the week. So like a pastry is just really practical and easy and small enough that I'm still hungry for lunch. So yeah. Anyway, on that note, I'm going to get us into another 35 if I remember how to present share screen. Storybook timer. Share. And let's go. Hi. I hope that wasn't too scary. How did you guys do? Have you managed to be more productive or have you gone to bed? I think Marta left. So, yes, fair enough. It is getting late for the Europeans. It's 10:30 for them. It's 9:30 for me. I'm still doing okay. And I said I would do 2 hours. So we're still here for another 30 minutes. So we'll probably chat for a little bit, then do a shorter sprint, and then end on some last minute chats. And that's it, really. I managed to film some more. It's taking me a lot longer. Part one was the same, actually. I'm realizing because I'm still filming the Notion video, and I'm realizing that I had so much footage, and so much of it did not make the cut because is just me doing the things and filming myself do the things and then editing it down so it looks very seamless and a lot faster than it probably was. So I think it's going to be the same here because I'm filming myself doing now the character sheets. I don't know. I'm debating whether this should be a third part because I'm technically speaking more about the world building part and then shifting over to character sheets and then time sheets, timelines and stuff like that. So there might need to be a separate part, but if I did that, I promise I would upload it quite quickly after because I'm already filming it anyway. Unlike after I was done with part one, I was like, I haven't done part two. It's nowhere near existing. So yeah. So yeah, how did you guys do? Let me get back to the last of the comments. So I think there was a bit talking about the food items for the office, and Marta saying her coworkers take a small Tupperware with a day's portion of cereal into work every morning, if that helps. It really does not help. I will never lower myself to take a tiny bit of cereals with me in a Tupperware. That is too much effort. And I would feel ridiculous doing that, if I'm honest. And fair enough. She says they have space to keep things. He says if he takes a box to keep in his drawer, he'll eat the whole thing in one day. You know, whatever keeps you accountable, I guess, for what you want to do. Hello, Emma. How's it going? Thank you for booping the like button. Always appreciated. Yeah, it's one of Jess's. So her timer's channel is the Hexed Hourglass. If you're interested, and she's got a lot that are really pretty. So yeah. Okay, remember how I said I had a 3-hour nap, so I would be able to stay awake through the stream. Marta then said she lied, falling apart, exhausted, and then left. Thanks for the stream. I can't wait to see part 2 of the Notion video. Thank you for coming, if you see this. Yes, good reminder. Do keep hydrating. And I like how everyone lied. I'm just saying Marta lied. Stieg lied. He said he was going to write, and then he didn't write a single word. Am I a bad person? You're not a bad person for not writing. The only person you're disappointing if you don't do something you said you would is yourself. So if you don't care, it's fine. If you care a lot, that's when you start feeling guilty, and then it feels awful, and then it becomes toxic productivity, and I don't know if that's very healthy. So I'd rather not care. So yeah, 5 hours 24 minutes on Insta today. No, that is bad. I mean, put a timer on that. You can lock it and say, you know, after 2 hours on it, it locks itself or something. And I love how it's always the people who refuse to have TikTok because they think it's a way to rot their brain and they don't want to doom scroll down TikTok. Usually are the same people who end up doing the exact same thing on Instagram with Reels. And it makes me laugh so much. Like my brother's like that. And I know a few other people who refuse to download TikTok but do the exact same with Reels. So anyway, Katie says I decided to take an everything shower. An everything shower, is that like an everything bagel but an everything shower? I need to know if you meant an evening shower. I don't know. And now I'll be making my to-do list. Nice, but I did think about what I was going to put on it. Good. To be fair, shower thoughts are the best, most useful kind of thoughts. I feel like when you're in the shower, you figure out a lot of the things that you want to do, write down on to-do lists, etc. For me today, it was gardening thoughts. I mean, I wasn't gardening per se. I was clearing up the back of the garden. There was a lot of trash and things that we needed to get rid of. So I've essentially done quite a little bit of physical productivity because it was quite active. That's what I did this morning. 9 hours and 28-minute phone time in total. It's me. Hi, I'm the problem. It's me. Fair enough. Oh my god. Yeah, 9 hours is a long time, but I feel like I'm probably a hypocrite if I say that because I don't think I want to know how much time I actually spend on my phone. Can I check that? Phone time. I don't know what it's called on Android. I don't know. Is it in the settings? It's probably in the settings. Screen timeout? No, that's not it. I don't know what it's called, so I can't look it up actually. It's probably just in my system settings. System settings. There we go. I know that I have like time spent in apps. Yes. Recently opened apps, blah, blah, blah. Screen time. There we go. Screen time. That's what it's called. Oh my God. 2 hours, 53 minutes. Not doing too bad. Not doing too bad today. And it says only 49 minutes on TikTok versus 29 minutes on Kindle, which is not the same, clearly. So yes, I feel quite good about myself today, but there are some days when it's a lot closer to the 9 hours. So fair enough. An everything shower means I did everything. I washed my hair twice, shaved, exfoliated, moisturized, and started. Yes, okay, I gotcha. I didn't know if it was a mistake or on purpose, but I kind of love that term. I've never heard it before. I feel like I need to use it. And I also do every now and then, like, oh, this is me doing all of the things in the shower. So I should just call it an everything shower. The worst thing is that I didn't do the things I wanted to do today because I said to myself I had to write first. So instead, I've been in a stasis for 6 hours doing nothing. No, that's the worst feeling. This is where, if I may suggest, perhaps you have the same personality type as I do when it comes to productivity. I personally feel like if I freeze and don't do anything because I thought I was going to do a thing first and I'm not doing it, that's when I try my June experiment method. I did like that little experiment where it was like 25 minutes working on this, 25 minutes working on that, and then I switch. So it's like nice to not think I have to do a thing. It's more nice to think I just have to like work on this for however much time, even if it's just tearing at the page because I don't know what to write. I'm working on it. It's 25 minutes of that time. And also then switching between one or the other helped me figure out, no, I know that today I actually need to focus on that one because I have the motivation for that one. I don't know if that helps. Also, it's the end of the day and you should probably go to bed soon. So probably doesn't help for today. I spent a lot of time on Insta today, but I'm calling it marketing research. Fair enough. And if you actually did the research and you got stuff to show for it, then I think that's good. If you have to spend time on Insta. Okay, I think I'm going to get us into a last small sprint. It's going to be like a little, do your last bits, finish off whatever you were doing if you were doing anything. So I just want a 10 minutes one, to be honest. There we go. I've got a Laura timer again for 10 minutes. So let me just get back to you guys. Present, share screen, and do this little Aurora Borealis timer. And let's go. Here we go. Sorry, almost restarted another timer and then restarted the same timer. Good job, me. Sorry, I was trying to stop recording right as I heard the storm brewing from the timer because I was still filming and trying to finish off some bits for this video. So it's taking me ages to do, actually. I hope these last 10 minutes were useful for you guys and that whatever you were doing, you managed to use it for finishing off something or just winding down before bedtime if you're somewhere in Europe, whatever you wanted to use these 10 minutes for. For me, I was trying to embellish the character sheet that I'm doing, and I just wanted to extremely quickly create something in Canva for it. But I'm also filming that as part of the process so that I'm being transparent about everything that goes in, especially as I'm a big proponent, like I was saying in the first part of the Notion video, that I believe it needs to be functional more than aesthetic. I just think that the aesthetic is something that is nice to add afterwards. So I like a bit of both, essentially, but I wouldn't choose the aesthetic above the function. And that's why I wanted to do this little cover in Canva very quickly to show how easy it would be to do if you wanted to embellish some pages, essentially. So yeah, that's what I was doing. What were you guys doing? So let's go through the last of the comments and then slowly finish off this stream. And then I might just chill and watch. I don't know what I'm going to watch because I finished the 2 first episodes of Agatha all along, and now I don't know what else I want to see. So yeah. So Katie was saying last, my save folder is very full, and now it's time to make graphics. Nice. So you have been doing quite a bit of actual marketing research. So impressive. And then Andy was lurking and also booped the like button. Thank you very much. And then Steek said, okay, I decided to call today Dawn and stop feeling bad about it. Yes, that seems healthier. Made a battle plan for tomorrow and now watching some more finance video about budgeting. I love that. I personally struggled for a long time with budgeting because every video I was finding about it and the way people do it does not work for my brain. It's just useless for me. I cannot create buckets of budgeting and I cannot say, I'm only going to spend this much on food and I'm only going to spend this much on going out this month. It doesn't work for me. And like, I'm just spending the money and then afterwards being like, I don't want to spend hours going through my Excel sheet or whatever, putting in there, oh, I guess I spent like 30 quid at the cinema yesterday and then I spent 20 pounds, at like this restaurant or something. That goes into the going out category. And it's too much effort for me. And I feel like that's the main way most people do it. So I get that that works for most people. It just doesn't work for my brain. So the one thing I've been doing instead is I've created a Google Sheet using ChatGPT to help me create the formulas I wanted. And essentially, I almost want to show it to you from afar. Okay, it's on 0, so that's fine. So you don't have to know the details, but essentially it looks like this. And you can see the top big number is what I'm allowed to spend for the rest of the week, however many days are left in the current week. So I've made like a money remaining number, the date that we are, the days remaining in the week, and then from that, I've then put, okay, I should be spending this much in this entire week. And then that's the only thing that works for me, is budgeting week by week and saying over 1 week, I should be spending this much. Technically, the week is over. I actually had some left that I had just put in my savings because I was like, I'm not going out or doing anything tomorrow and I've already done my grocery shopping, so I'm not spending money on Sunday, which is why it says 0, because I got rid of that money and put it into my savings. If there's anything left by the end of the week that I'm not spending, then it goes into my savings. I don't know if this would work for other people. I just feel like that's the only budgeting method or financial responsibility method that works for me. I know, it's a bit nerdy. And I went through, I don't know how to create formulas myself. So I would then ask ChatGPT, give me a Google Sheet formula for how much money I would have left if this and that. And then it just gives it to you and then you just copy and paste it. So it was pretty useful to do. Katie said, got all my little ideas written down in a Notion page. Yay! Of the stuff I want to make. I love that. So excited for the Notion videos. Yay! I need to decide if I'm doing this as part 2 and part 3 or if I'm just doing one big part 2. Can I recommend Only Murders in the Building? Yeah, I can't watch the last season because I've only just started the one before. Which number was that? Season 3? The one where like it starts with them at the theater, I think, and then someone dies there. So I feel like that's season 3. So I watched season 1 and 2 ages ago, and loved it. But I sometimes get stressed by new shows unless they're very dumb, and I know that nothing's going to stress me in the show. Does that make sense? Like, for instance, Reacher, fucking love it because it's a dumb show. Like, I love it. It's good, but it's also like super predictable. You know everything that's going to happen. You know he's going to be fine, whatever happens. And therefore, it's not stressful, and I don't have anxiety watching it. So sometimes it depends on my mood. I have to watch those types of shows. Digital cash stuffing and automation has really helped my financial literacy. Is that the cash stuffing thing? Is this like when I see people putting like banknotes into like these big transparent sheets where they just put them one next to each other or something? And I guess, is that the digital version of that? I don't know what it is. If it's not that, like, tell me more about that because I have no idea. And what do you mean by automation? In what way? What kind of automation? I'm very curious about all of this. I love talking about systems. And like, I think I would really enjoy watching these videos that you're getting recommended, but I just probably would not implement them. I just would enjoy watching them because I would love to know the methods, and then maybe I'll end up taking something from it. Love how silly Reacher is. One of my faves. Yes, I think it's just a good silly time, you know? It's just not too serious. I don't feel like it takes itself too seriously, even if it has some fans that probably take it quite seriously, but I enjoy that. So yeah, that's definitely one of the shows when I watched it, I was at one of my most stressful times in my previous job, and I couldn't watch any new shows at all because that's when my anxiety is at peak levels and I can't watch anything new, and I have to only do reruns of like Gilmore Girls, or Grey's Anatomy is a really good one. And skip any scene I don't like as well because I've seen it so many times. So I would do that. And then I started watching Reacher and I was like, I can deal with that. There's nothing stressful about that show, which is so funny because there's like gruesome murders, especially in the first season. I mean, you see a lot of gruesome stuff, but it's really not stressful. Okay, thank you for explaining. So cash stuffing is when you have little envelopes and pockets for your money. Yes, so I've heard of that. And the digital version is the same, but only digital. So I have one account for my food shop, one for my needs bills. I see. Okay, one for my wants, etc. Okay, that makes sense. I see what you mean. I've got that for savings, but only for savings, as in for immediate use savings. Things I have one for clothes. And if it's not filled with a bit of money, I can't spend money on clothes because that's one of my big issues. And I have one for home stuff, but that's more for longer term / shorter term. So like, for instance, if I want to buy a small piece of furniture and I already have money in there, then I can do it. But I'm also using it as a savings system for bigger things like renovating something. So these are the two main ones I've got, and then the rest is just general savings, and then I have emergency funds, which are my investments. But for spending things in general, like anything else than that, which is like grocery shopping and going out with friends, all of these things, I don't separate them in buckets because I don't feel the need to. I think I'm pretty regular in my spending, so that's probably why. But yeah, anyway. Hi, Michael. How's it going? I'm sorry this is the end of this stream. I said I would finish after 2 hours, and it's been 2 hours very, very soon, in like 1 minute. But it's nice to see you. I haven't heard from you in so long. When are you doing streams again? When are you coming back? If you are, and how are you doing? Steek says automation is just that I have it set up so that it all just happens on payday and I don't have to actually do anything to make it happen. Okay, so I do have that technically for bills. So I've created a bills saving pocket or whatever on my account, and the bills come out of there automatically, and it puts in there the automatic amount I have for all the bills. And when I say bills, I mean anything that is monthly. So like even subscription to the New York Times and stuff like that. Like all of it goes in there. Or like I have a regular monthly donation to the Alzheimer's Society, and that's like £4 or something, or 5. And it comes out of there automatically, and I put that money in there automatically on payday. So that is really useful, I agree. So something like that. But yeah. Michael, that is not an answer. I asked you so many questions. How are you? How have you been? When are you coming back to the internet? And that's all you're sending. It's just a little heart. Well, heart too. Hello, Barbara. How's it going? Checking your channel out. Well, thank you very much. I'm sorry, I'm going to finish this stream very soon, so I'm not going to be live anymore, but I am trying to be better at doing more regular live streams, and I mostly will do them on Thursdays around the same time. So what did I say? 3 p.m. EST, 8 p.m. BST, which is soon going to finish and become regular GMT again. But anyway, that's about the time I'm going to be doing them if I continue doing these on Thursdays. Takeaway movies, online shopping, etc. is all from my Want account. Okay, then rent, utilities, and my unit bill is from my wants, and then I have it set up so that 20% of my NIAT, I have no idea what that is, automatically goes into savings. Okay, that makes sense. Some for retirement, some for investment, and some for short-term savings like hollybobs and expensive electronics or furniture. Okay, I gotcha. That's cool. That's a good system. I think that's really helpful. And yeah, that would help me save as well, to be fair. But I think for me, the main thing I needed was the simplest of the simplest things, which was just how much can I spend this week? And that's it. And I do take my savings out of there, the amount I want to save first out of there before doing that. And then afterwards, if during the week I don't spend the whole thing, then I put the rest into savings as well. That's it, essentially. At the moment, it's not possible because when I say I put stuff in my savings, it's to be spent immediately because there are too many people with birthdays around this time of the year, like September, October, and November. Too many birthdays because everyone is born during those months. So I can't actually save much. Well, thank you for the crystal ball. Thank you very much. Net income after taxes. Okay, yeah, gotcha. Is that not just gross income? Do you not just call it gross income? No, I don't know. Like net versus gross? I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Anyway, on that note, and on that lack of knowledge from myself about savings and budgeting and money, I think we're going to end this stream. Thank you guys for coming. This was really fun. I'm glad. I don't know if anyone noticed, but I did actually have a proper countdown for my channel this time around. Maybe it didn't show on time, but I created one. It was there. I still, however, do not have an outro countdown. Wait, I'm so confused. So it's just net income then? Okay, because if gross income is before taxes, then net income is just after taxes. So we just call it net. No? I don't know. That might be a cultural thing. You might be calling it an IAT and we just call it net. But sorry, that got me so confused because it was like, if you were saying this, then I mean gross is after taxes. I don't know. Anyway, on this confusion, and again, on me showing how little I know about the terms used. Thank you guys so much for coming. I'm going to do a cold goodbye. So let's end this stream. Bye. Thank you for coming, and see you.